Welcome to my lovely beading session. I am going to be adding some beads to my Ahsoka shawl, which I just released today for May the 4th, Star Wars Day. And if this is after the release day, then you can find this shawl in my Ravelry shop as well as knitgraffiti.com. So I honestly could not find any diamond-shaped beads that were similar to Ahsoka's Padawan braid. Actually, it's not really a braid. Most Star Wars Padawan learners, which are Jedi learners, they have a braid, or in Ahsoka's case, she has beads that are called Silka beads. So I found these that I thought were pretty cool. Like, the striping is pretty similar to well, not the striping, but like kind of the chevron look is kind of similar to the shaping that is done in the shawl. So I thought these were kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a few beads that will hang down, not too low, but just kind of like a little accent to hang down at the bottom tip and as well as the left and right tips of the wingspan. So like this is where Lek 1 started and Lek 2 in the pattern. So this is kind of the cast on edge. And then this is the bind off edge of Lek 3, which is the bottom of the shawl. So I found these kind of cute beads and I thought I would maybe do kind of a combination of them for this. So I don't want to do too many, but I thought maybe 5 could be cute. And I love these turquoise ones. So I'm thinking about just doing something like that, very simple, that kind of represents some beads. So feel free to get creative and do your own, add your own. Maybe you could add some beads to the center of the shawl. That could be really pretty. So I'm just going to thread my needle here. I just have kind of just a regular sewing needle and some embroidery floss. Okay, so I'm choosing, you're not really going to see the embroidery floss too much. It's going to be hidden, but I'm choosing just a dark gray. So in case it does kind of peek through. So I'm just going to get more than I need. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the thread or embroidery floss, whatever you like to call it. And I'm actually going to take it apart. I'm only going to use 1 or 2 of the strands. I think I'm just going to do 2. So you can kind of just take it and pull it apart. I like to kind of make sure it becomes untwisted like that. You want to go kind of slowly, otherwise it can get tangled up pretty easily. There we go. So now I can use these other 4. I'll save those for the other ends that I want to add beads to. So honestly, this is the first time that I'm doing this. So I'm going to just thread this through my needle. I sort of just bend it in half and thread it through that way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go kind of around these stitches here. And create kind of a loop. Okay, so that way it's secured onto my shawl. I'm just going to tie this in a knot. And tie in a double knot, maybe even a triple knot. My needle fell off, so I have to tie it back on. Okay. So now I'm going to put these beads on here. Oops. Make sure I thread it on there with the right orientation. That one was like a little tight. Oops. So I think what I'll do for the last one is I'll just kind of thread it back in on itself. I don't want to end with that one. I'm going to end with this one. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I'm going to kind of go around that last one. Make sure that I loosen it up a bit so that it's tight up against it. There. So that's going to help secure that last bead on there. And then what I'll do is I'll tie this in a knot. So I'll take the two, make sure I untwist them. And I'll tie these in a knot to secure them. Secure that final thing. So you can kind of see the thread right there, but it's really not that noticeable. There. And now I'm going to trim and I'll also trim this one. Oops. So there we go. There's kind of my Silka bead dangling off. So it's almost like a little tassel. So then you could do, I mean, you could make one longer. You could have multiple beads coming down. And so I'm going to actually do the same thing for the other two ends. So they'll look just like this one. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy making your own Ahsoka shawl. And thank you so much for watching.